Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Zahra, ex-Muslim, ex-Shia. Come to help the Muslims see for themselves and decide, and make it easy for them to decide through the Quran ayats, concentrating on Quran ayats. So this, I've been coming here, showing you topic by topic contradictions on this way to see, and doing my best. Sometimes not that prepared. So thank you for bearing with me when I'm not well and when I can't do much, but or the mistakes I make at times and then come later and correct them when I realize I've made a mistake. So this is the way I have chosen to help the Muslims, and I don't do much of taking people callers and all this, because I found that that's doesn't work here with me. People come here and they lie. Then later on, I find out, and it's really terrible for me in my condition, as and my reactions. Like I say to cooperate, and when I see someone not cooperating, then since I'm not well, and I don't have to explain again in this live stream, but I'm not well. Um, it's difficult as it is to bring my case out when I did and explain, and it's ongoing. And another thing is no debates or anything. Um, this is if you like, if you care to see the truth. There will be Muslims coming here. Even recently, ex-Muslim coming here saying you don't have the knowledge, and he doesn't even have a YouTube channel himself. He wants to use my channel, my live stream, to tell us, right? So later on, he's gone taunting me, telling me that you don't know. I mean, ex-Muslims should be encouraging people, encouraging ex-Muslims, fellow ex-Muslim. And since he doesn't have a channel, videos like this, how can he tell me that I don't know anything? He knows more, and you should have full knowledge. So overall, the fundamental basic thing of Islam I've known, I've done my research, that I can't go on uh, here, right, about Shia Sunni and all that in Karachi online and buying books. So this, and then I don't remember much of what I've studied, but at that time, what was important for me, I did that. Um, I've studied it and decided that whatever I decided at that time. So I've studied some of the hadiths of the Sunni sources, not only Shia sources, and reading Tejani's book. Then I was guided, and the rest of the books I bought of his in Karachi and Peshawar nights and all this. So whoever this, he came as Samir recently. I don't know who he is. But whatever knowledge you have, I mean, even if you have this one knowledge or one a little bit on contradictions of the Quran, as an ex-Muslim, why not show us? Make a video, or if you can, if you can't make a video, come live stream and do this. So you can close your live chat, or you can keep it open. Like I can't do videos, so I come here. Although this is what I need to show, and that's the most important thing is what through the Quran ayats I'm showing. So okay, so this ex-Muslim coming here saying, link, give me a link, I'll tell you why I left Islam, and then telling me that you don't have full knowledge, you're not knowledgeable, you shouldn't, I shouldn't be doing this. This is interesting, but not correct. I don't agree to that. Now, another Muslim came that night on my live stream and said that Allah has created us. Now, that's a very basic thing, right? But there's so many contradictions, errors, and that this can't be the Allah who created you, even if there was a God who created this. Now we're finding out whether it's a creation or manifestation. Also, in that, we're not sure. Okay, there was a time when I was at a stage where, I was saying, Allah, so if there's a tree, that's why there's God, right? But I was told Imam Ali says there's Allah, that's why there's a tree. Or there's a gardener, that's why there's a tree. Although I did, when I used to have doubts and all this, because I didn't have full knowledge of this. So, do you have full knowledge as an ex Muslim also? How to put it? Like about who created, do scientists have full knowledge? Do atheists have full knowledge? So, but they, at least they have more knowledge. They feel that they have evidence, more evidence with that knowledge that says that we can't say that there was someone who created this. It came out of Big Bang or whatever. Scientists say that. But no one can claim to have full knowledge. They may have ex-Muslims, of course, they have a great memory. Christian Prince is not an ex-Muslim, but he has a great memory and he's well versed in the Quran ayats and also the hadith, so he can show you. But ex-Muslims, definitely friendly ex-Muslim, but then there's apostate prophet. Um, they can answer questions expediently on time, understand, and very professional experts and genius in their own, you know, way. But I'm not. I don't claim to be a genius, and that's why maybe there, my channel is small. And there's Adam Seeker and Sahil Exmosan. There are many who have expertise, knowledge, and they're also very professional and genius in answering the people on live chat. Like, I cannot keep up with if I'm looking at the live chat, I don't know how they do it. Hats off to them. I tend to, if someone's asking me something or in the live chat, I lose my concentration completely on the topic that's at hand on the stream, right? By the stream owner and all that speaker. So this is so in my condition also, and due to problems and being like this, like handicapped. Uh, so I chose this way, right? Like I must have done something in my previous live stream on a different topic on the Quran ayats and forgotten. And I come back to it and I'm like, I did this. So this, I'm just telling you how I am. Um, that's why also, taking interviews or giving interviews to others on others' channels, I don't do that. I will not be able to do justice. Another thing, I'm not well also, and I'm not a genius. I'm just an average person, and this is my different channel because of because of the obstacles in my life. Okay, a very basic thing a Muslim told me recently again is that Allah created us. Now, there are Christians. Christianity says that God created all this. Judaism, I think God created all this. But how do you know that your Allah is true and Christianity, Islam, that Islam is true, Christianity is false? Although you, all of you, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, you believe that God created this, but still there are differences, right? Even the one God who created all this, you have difference, different beliefs. Judaism doesn't believe in Prophet Muhammad. Sorry, excuse me, just to see if this mic and the sound. Oh, I forgot to. So I should check the sound. Mic is haven't quite fixed it properly yet. Trying to. So this differences in Judaism about God, even the name of God is different, and Jews wouldn't take the name of their God, this also. And in Christianity, they take Jesus as the Son of God and God Himself. So there are these differences. Another thing is Quran ayat says, Allah Himself has said, if there are contradictions in the Quran, much contradictions, then this would be from other than Allah. So He's told us to reflect also. That part of the ayat I forgot. So from the beginning, like reflect in the Quran. If there is much contradiction, it would be from other than Allah. So this is what I have been showing you, the contradictions. And how could this be the Creator who, with His will, again showing you, has, when I did Surah Zumar ayat 4, right? Then Surah Maryam ayat 35, and going up yet Surah 36 ayat 82. Okay, that he says be and it is in his intention, his will, he has limited. Why would he limit something when he himself is not limited? I mean, he himself limits his will. What kind of an Allah is this? Then in Surah 41, ayat 9, he says, say to those disbelievers who are even associates and attribute to him rivals or equals. Okay? So in the Surah 41, ayat 9, Allah says, say, do you indeed disbelieve in He who created the earth in 2 days and attribute to Him rivals or equals? That is the Lord of the worlds. If you really think about it, right, let not your mind be in the, oh, Allah created. No one can create even the earth. But Allah created the earth. How many days did it take Him? 2 days. When, if you take Surah 36, ayat 82, He says to a thing, be, and it is. When He intends a thing, His command is only when He intends a thing that He says to it, be, and it is. So you'd say, oh, earth in its own time, like He used this method system, and you're going to explain it in your own way. But don't do that. Before explaining it in your own way, you need to see that this Allah saying it like this, how Allah has put it here. Before you go in your own scientific or philosophical or intellectual way, logical way to explain, it fails here. You see, Allah can create anything, even a thing, in a split, less than a split second by saying be and it is, right? Surah 36, ayat 82. A thing coming in time, you would say it would need time to, a method or that. But for Allah, There's even to create something in time, it doesn't need much time to be created. It just becomes be, and it just comes into being. So please don't go explaining if you do that, Muslims, right? About this 2 days. And anyways, on earth, one day, we live by the day which has 24 hours. Seeing that it's been made in 2 days, what use is it? So why not believe in a God that created in less than a second, or even it doesn't even take time to create, less than a split second or a split second. Why 2 days? Allah Himself doesn't explain, so don't put words in Allah's mouth. He has said, I've given you this in detail for you to understand clearly. Clearly put. This is a perspicuous book, clear, in detail, explained. So then why are you adding and what God knows what do? Translators also put in brackets to explain. Now see how your Allah has put it. Do you indeed disbelieve in He who created the earth in 2 days? Wow, amazing. 2 days? And He's created time, right? Surah Dhahar. My goodness, He should have said, do you indeed disbelieve in He who created time? Not the earth in 2 days. What a really way to put it. And attribute to Him equals. Maybe an equal can create, one who has power. Like in Surah Takwir, ayat Rasul Kareem, with possessor of power, with the owner of the possessor of the throne, secure. I found from that ayat another ayat against idol worshippers. Another ayat which contradicts that they would go to try to compete and with the Lord of the throne, or try to reach Him, when this person here, Rasul Kareem, is secure and is the possessor of power in Surah Takwir with the owner of the throne, or possessor of the throne, that is Allah, secure. So contradictions like this that are there, and I've shown. So why 2 days? Why not one day? Or, okay, if we had put one day, you could say that, on earth, the one day is we go, the time, a day has 24 hours. So this is how we live, and this is how He wanted to tell us that in one day, if we created the earth, so the earth people, human beings, live in this one day time, right? 24 hours. But no. And that would again be your own explanation, because Allah doesn't explain in detail, hasn't in this ayat, or not even the other ayats. So this in itself is sufficient for you people of understanding, intellect. See that it is not right of Allah to say such a thing, right? In 2 days. Then need I go through all these Quran ayats where He's limited His will, showing you this also, the contradiction, Surah 19, ayat 35, and then Surah 39, ayat 4, right? Limiting His will. His own will He's limited. Then what have I found out? Another thing now, from here to another topic, those who fear Allah among His servants who have knowledge. Surah 35, ayat 28, and among people and moving creatures and grazing livestock are various colors. Similarly, only those fear Allah from among His servants who have knowledge. Right? So the believers and these are the ones who would fear Allah because they have knowledge. And they are the servants of Allah. All are servants of Allah, but they don't realize that. The disbelievers don't realize that. And another thing is that these servants of Allah would fear Allah because they have knowledge. Indeed, Allah is exalted in might and forgiving. So it is khawf, it's not being mindful of Allah, it's yakhsha, right? It's from khawf, fear, not mindful, ittaqu or ittaqa, right? Muttaqeen, yani being mindful of Allah. It is khawf, fear. So now we see in Surah 59, ayat 16, what? Satan fears Allah, so that makes him from the ones who have knowledge. In Surah 35, ayat 28. And yet he's going to go into the fire and misleads people except those chosen ones of Allah. He has said. Surah 59, ayat 16 says, like Satan who says to man, do not believe. But when man disbelieves, says, I disown you. I fear God, Allah, the Lord of the worlds. Akhafu. What is God doing here? Now, Shaitan is not lying. We're not told here that he's lying about fearing God. But we can guess, assume that he's lying because there, when he was with near Allah, with Allah, on that high level, when Allah told the angels to bow down to Adam, he did not obey the command of Allah. And moreover, he said, I'm going to mislead everyone because you've made me like you've rejected me. I'm going to mislead everyone except your mukhlasin, whoever the chosen ones we say are. We say the mukhlasin meaning chosen ones are. So he didn't fear going against Allah's command, disobeying Allah's command at that time. So you would think that he's lying here, but he's not lying here. We're not told. Allah does not say here that he's lying. I fear Allah, God. This is M.A.S. Abdul Halim's translation. It's actually, I fear Allah, not God, the Lord of the worlds. And then another ayat, Surah 8, ayat 48. Shaitan says to them, I see what you do not see. Indeed, I fear Allah, and Allah is severe in penalty. Moreover, he's seeing, which is not even insight, but it's like a seeing, which is with your eyes you see, not insight, not the inner eye, or that insight you get, but the seeing with your eyes, physical eyes, right? So, with his physical way of seeing, he can see what they do not see. So the ayat, is Surah 8 at 48. And remember when Satan made their deeds pleasing to them and said, no one can overcome you today from among the people. And indeed, I am your protector. But when the two armies sighted each other, he turned on his heels and said, indeed, I am disassociated from you. Indeed, I see what you do not see. Indeed, I fear Allah, and Allah is severe in penalty. Inni khafullah. So he fears that this from I think it's a way of it's seeing from your physical eyes, right? But basir is like seeing, having insight, deeply seeing. But this is like just seeing from the physical eyes, I think. Could be. Anyways, it's not that important, however. But when we come to this ayat, Surah 12, ayat 108, it becomes important. What now is about what the thing point is that Allah has put for His servants who have knowledge, they fear Allah. Allah could have said, but Shaitan doesn't truly fear me, he just says that he fears me. But he didn't say that in those ayats when Shaitan tells them that I fear Allah or that he's lying to you, right? He doesn't fear me. Now we do a guesswork. When I was as a Shia reading, as a Muslim reading these ayats, then we was like, oh, Shaitan says I fear God. Maybe he's lying here. Yeah, maybe he's lying, but Allah doesn't say that he's lying. So could this all be like, when I was thinking at some in my life, there came a moment I started to think that no evil existence is good enough. Uh, no reason for the existence of evil would be good enough to tell me that it's okay to have evil in this world. So I tried to tell myself that through my religion, still it didn't work. Now it seems to me that Shaitan and Allah is like two, you know, they're like either we are sandwiches between them, the two different sides of the same coin. You see, when I showed you in Surah Sajda also, the answer, the word he's given to Shaitan, that I will fill a hell with you and all those who follow you. That's why Allah didn't give, that's why Allah didn't give guidance to the souls. Doesn't make sense, right? Although this is what Allah is implying in Surah Sajda at 13. So now what are the implications that Shaitan fears Allah? I fear Allah, the Lord of the worlds. Now here he's saying this. So it seems to me that the Quran ayats are, I don't know, now in conclusion and contemplation, someone's tried to fit in ayats that came from someone somewhere else, not from Allah, that they were inspired or it was revealed to them, and then they, mix and stolen it and put in a mess. It's a mishmash. Here, Shaitan says, I fear Allah, and Allah doesn't rebuke him or say that he's a liar. See? In Surah 59, ayat 16, and Surah 8, ayat 48. So please don't make the mistake like I did when I was a Shia to take it as he's lying about this. So now can we see more clearly that it doesn't make sense, and even if he's lying, Allah has not put here that he's lying. So something is missing, right? There seems to be a partnership between Allah and Shaitan. Here he has a fear, and Allah, so he's the servant of Allah who has knowledge to fear Allah, and yet he did not obey Allah's command to bow to Adam. Although there we're told that Allah told the angels. Now, Shaitan, we were told in another ayat that Iblis is from the jinni. Jinnis are not angels. They're devils also. So the Quran is in a mismatch, and Muslims tried to make sense of it, or what? I don't know. Seems that Muslims tried to make sense of it, but it is in a mishmash. It's not a detailed explanation clearly put, like Allah says in another ayat in the Quran. Satan fears Allah, so that makes him from the one who have knowledge of Allah's servants. Surah 35, ayat 28. So now these servants who have knowledge fear Allah, right? And they are held in, like, they're, oh, they fear me because they have knowledge of me, and that's really great. Because when Allah says fear me, these servants who have knowledge of Allah fear Allah. Yet Shaitan, having knowledge, fearing Allah, would have the knowledge of Allah, would disobey Him. So there are times these servants of Allah would disobey, and in these servants, there's one of them is Shaitan. Then see this. Among these servants of Allah, one of them is Shaitan, isn't it? Just simple working out. So this working out I do, it might seem like you're in a class, but this is how I have to start like this, right? It's like working out a math problem. Now, what can I do if I've come to this level? I have to come to this level. This is the level to start from A, B, C, D, fundamental. When the Quran and its fundamental thing has faltered, why should I go to the branches and the leaves when the root problem has faltered, right? Doesn't add up. I mean, then these servants of Allah, I mean, from among his servants is Shaitan. He feared Allah because he says, I fear Allah. Who have knowledge, fear. Only those fear Allah from among his servants who have knowledge. So this ayat would make you think what? That they would fear Allah, then they would obey Allah. Not only, so if they have knowledge of Allah, they would fear Allah, right? Only those fear Allah from among his servants who have knowledge. So even knowledge is good, helpful, and then you would fear Allah. So the more knowledge you have of Allah, the more you would fear Allah. And then you would obey Him. Excuse me. So you saying that you have knowledge of Allah, would fear Allah, and then would obey Him. And you would, but Satan is among them. Because working it out through Surah 59 ayat 16 and Surah 8 ayat 48. And yet he disobeyed Allah. So what's the use? So for him it failed to have knowledge of Allah. And even saying that he fears Allah, yet we're told he disobeyed Allah. Huh? So when I do these, sorry, I can't give prior notice. And then there's some other time Muslims come up, or ex-Muslim even, recently telling me that now after 5 days, I'll forget about this. I'll be on another topic of the Quran ayats, and you're going to tell me you have you hardly have any knowledge, and I have so much knowledge. Yes, I know. Maybe there are people who came here, tested me. Can I do a live stream, like, caller Madiha talks, or even not an ex-Muslim, um, Candid Lubna, like that? I can't do that kind of a thing. This is the way I've chosen to do. It's like ABCD, ABCD, right? Nursery, yes. So that the Muslims have missed. Have you not thought like this? And then someone coming here saying, "Is this a class?" Or, like, what shall I do with these people? My goodness, interesting how they, they are discouraging me, trying to discourage me. But these are the lessons that we should have learned from asking questions and critically examining the Quranites. Why didn't you think, for example, Surah 41, Ayat 9, that, okay, I know, okay, you know that it's a creation and it's not a manifestation, although Allah is a light. And when I was reading this book, it said light can manifest in objects and all this. Ishtiyaq. Hello, G. Hope you are doing well. I wish good for you and your king. Listen, please stay on the topic. I don't. What king are you talking about? Again, this person has come. I think you're the same one, right? What king are you talking about? Sorry, very interesting, but again, this is the Pakistani mentality. Hello, G. Oh God, you people, kabhi to sudro baba. Ye kya hai? What kind of people are you? I don't understand. And I'm not feeling well. Otherwise, I mean, we can avoid and ignore people like you. They say, the Westerners say, again, it's on the Prime Minister. Are you talking about the king of Dubai, your king? Um, uh, if you're not interested, don't come here, right? And it's none of your business. So don't get into personal matters. Yes, I will carry on. It's just a thorn in here who has come. Okay. Anyone here or later on, I hope you get this, Muslims who really care, decent Muslims, right? Um, uh, Interesting. Now he says I'm well wisher. I don't see you as my well wisher. Sorry. I'm on my guard because I don't know now what you're going to say about my Prime Minister. You should understand that people, okay, take care. Okay, take care. You too. Thank you. Well wisher. All right. So now on this, right? Those of you, and I've got this human rights. I had an email. I had to sign. Um, there's a lady, Iranian lady, Baksha who would be executed in Iran for helping children and women. So if you can sign this, oh, it's not coming here. Baksha case. Maybe let me see if the name is correct. Case in Iran. Sorry, it's a, oh my goodness, here we have this. Human Rights Watch, Iran, two Kurdish women at risk of execution. So they've made, who has made this here? Just let me check. Avaz.org, secure.avaz. That sentence for Kurdish activist Bakshan Azizi. Pakistani man with links to Iran has been charged in a conspiracy to carry out political assassination. Oh, that was 5 months ago. Sorry, I thought this had something to do with UN experts alarmed as Supreme Court upholds. I don't know if I can go to, should I go to the site UN? So please, there's something you can do about this, is sign Awaz's petition to free her from this. The Supreme Court upheld the death sentence last week. Miss Azizi's arrest and sentencing appear to be solely related to her legitimate work as a social worker, including her support for refugees in Iraq and Syria, the independent experts noted. Well, sorry, I just don't get this. So please go to this Avaz and sign the petition to free her. And if there's something else you can do, stop her execution, free Park Shan. Okay, it's not Park Shah, sorry, I apologize. It's Park Shan. Oh, please do this as soon as possible. Stop her execution, free Park Shan. Avaz. Whew. So this, terrible, terrible. I don't want to even read the case. What is going on with Iran? Why would they want to execute, torture? And now she's facing death by hanging. Iranian intelligence. Oh my goodness. Sorry, it's terrible. Even I'm alarmed. UN experts alarmed. Supreme Court of Iran upholds. I mean, this is sick, disgusting, outrageous. Is there something else? Outrageous. Sorry, I can't talk about this. Otherwise, a lot of. Okay, so please stick to the topic when you come here. I would really appreciate it. And I've said this again and again. that if you don't stick to the topic, then you're not really cooperating, then don't be here. Don't get into personal matters about me, right? Or my country. Then you're not helping, you're not supporting, and you're lying, saying that you're my well wisher and all this. You're making life difficult a little bit. For me, I don't know why you do this, like this person who came here. Why? Yeah, so there'll be these covert narcissists and God knows psychopaths and weird people. Iran, you are terrible, a terrible tyrant. Your tyranny, there's no humanity in you. Leave Shia Islam also. Oh, by hanging. What? So this religion intrinsically has these violent ways. तौहीन पे मार डालो. हमारे अल्लाह को कुछ नहीं कहो. It's only the Muslim sentiments that matter. पता नहीं कैसी कैसी पाकिस्तानी आते हैं. What kind of Indian, Pakistani, Asians, मुसलमान. आप देखिए ना इनमें इनका दिमाग पता नहीं कहाँ है. इनको क्या कर दिया है भी अरबिक में. अभी अरब सुधर जाएंगे यार. अभी अभी आके शायद पता नहीं क्यों पाकिस्तानी नहीं सुधर रहे हैं. पाकिस्तानी ने हेल्प किया है जो ये देखा हमने ईरान को. आई मीन ये एक पाकिस्तानी मैन ने अगेंस्ट ट्रम्प ये आखिर ये आई थिंक दे यूज दिस. एक तो जब मैं दिखा रही थी उसका भी ना सूर्य 33 आई 32 कोई अगर पोजेसिव होगा ये दिखा रही. When I was showing this, the Muslim came and said, well, Allah created us and he gives us, he knows, he gives us the rules and laws, moral, great, so suppose if a husband is possessive, Muslim husband, क्या हालत होगी इस woman की. Because those Muslims who take it that each and every believing woman should speak like this in a soft, not in a soft manner. And look, even all the men are not like that. Because look at this ayat. Lest he in whose heart is disease. And then, so possessive men can misuse this ayat left, right, and center. And there'll be no one to help that lady in the family, a wife. Even religious scholars can't do anything. If the husband says, I don't want you to go to your father's house, that's it. I learned from my father, I'm not sure. This is the rule in Islam. If the husband tells the wife, I don't want you to meet this person, your father, don't go meet your father, don't talk to your father, then she cannot talk to her father. Is this true in all sects and even in Shia Islam? So you see now, if someone wants to kill someone, now they have the Muslim, he has this. That Islam is backing him, right? Apostate. Oh, he burnt the Quran or he said things against, but actually the intent just to like kill us. Or yeah, this religion has brought about an ego. to protect my religion. Don't say anything to my prophet. Don't say anything to my Islam. The rest can go to hell. And the rest go to hell. This is how this Quran has taught you. So Shias also correct yourselves, right? What Imams have given you and how they've deceived you. Because the Quran ayats tell you something else. So here we have different translations also. O wives of the Prophet, you are not like anyone among women if you fear Allah. Again, no, if you are mindful of Allah here, it's not khawf in it. Yeah, it's this mindful of Allah. Then do not, now they put fear. Sahih International. Then do not be soft in speech to men, meaning, lest he, but now, for these few or whoever has a disease in the heart should cover it. And you would say, oh, Allah has made it like overly protective for Allah is being overly protective for them. But what about the women and the men who are possessive in nature or something's made them possessive? They can misuse this verse. Oh, why did you look out? Oh, you looked at that man. Now the wife and the husband are outside in a car, and the husband is saying, you looked out, you looked at that man. So, you know, the insecurities of a man, and this can help, not help eradicate the insecurity. Yeah, it can help eradicate that my wife should not speak softly. Yeah, this can be very good for these possessive, but it's not going to go to the root of the problem. Possessiveness is bad. Possessiveness, jealousy is bad. Wife is under surveillance. Less, and only the husband, surveillance of the husband. So this feeds the possessiveness and all this and gives them like a temporary, it's a like a no, sorry, superficial way of okay for the husband who's possessive. Oh, my wife will not speak softly to any man, lest one in whose heart is disease should covet. I don't want that. So this is very good, but speak with appropriate speech. Milkman comes, don't mailman comes. Nowadays we don't have the mails, we have emails. Milkman comes and you know talk like this. Lest so you see, every man would not have a disease in a heart. This also, and no, the various translations. Sometimes it Google search gives okay. So this your Creator Allah has given a very good solution to protect the women of the Prophet. Thus, all the believing women should do this and be protected from the greedy, lustful men. Wives of the Prophet, you are not like anyone among women. If you fear Allah, then do not be soft in speech to men, like all men, right? Lest he, especially for those, like if there's a rapist outside, don't go out. You'll be raped. So stay in your houses also, lest he, and if he is a rapist, lest. But they found out why the reason behind rape is not lust, it's power, or it's to make the woman. It's to humiliate her. It's not because the man has lusted after her that he would rape her. Most rape cases, they've Westerners or whoever have researched on the rape. Reason behind the rape is this: power and humiliating, mostly the woman. Or concerts of the prophet. That's one in Uzad. No, if you do not, if you now you see they put fear. It's not fear. It's mindful. Here at least, right? Be not too complacent of speech, lest one in whose heart is a disease should be moved with desire. So, what can the women do if there are rapists outside? And what can she do if her husband also turns out to be a rapist and humiliates her and gains to control her for power, rapes her? Because that ayat, another ayat also comes into my mind is you can, as you wish, go into your wife. A husband can use that ayat because now we know the rapists, what is the reason behind them most of the time. Not because the women are wearing, you know, uh, showing their skin a lot or something like that. Speak your speech that is just. So for these men, they're not allowed to be complacent of speech. Too complacent in your speech, lest those with disease hearts should covet you. Okay, what's the mistranslation? First, if you keep your duty, then be not soft in speech, lest he in whose heart is a disease of hypocrisy or evil desire for adultery, etc. Now, should the women not, okay, I forget the mistranslation, but like they have to explain this, right? In tafsir. So now adultery. Now, can't you say a woman? You say no, right? Who? Why should the woman be stopped to speak softly? No, no, God wants to be overly protective. It's a possessive God. And there I showed you the mother in law who is like with men. If a woman fears ill conduct or desertion from a man, make, because the souls are like this. What has God said in that ayat? So I showed you that a woman cannot hit it. It's better that you do sulah. God could have simply said in that other ayat against the women, men beating women on third count, that don't beat them, right? For adultery. And do sulah. If a woman fears ill conduct, do sulah. What is this? Should be moved with desire. But speak in an honorable manner. Oh, wives, big deal. Oh, this one was Masin Khan, big deal. Oh, you wives of the Prophet. It's women. Women of the Prophet Nisa. You are not like any other women. If you keep your duty, then be not soft of speech, lest in whose heart is a disease aspire, but utter customary speech. Oh, wives, Dr. Khali. What's this? Oh, what's 208? In case you act piously, then do not 208. Be too subdued of speech. This may be something for some tafsir. Wait, to be subdued of speech. so that he in whose heart is sickness may long for you. Too much expectation of you. Oh, so these women, they're supposed to protect that they shouldn't long for you. Be very conscientious. And it's their duty. Oh, so if a male, you become, in Western, like, okay, so you talk nicely and become friends with males. Say, oh, I fell in love with you, but why did you become my friend? You have, uh, what do you call it? You encouraged me. No, no. I told you that we'll just be friends, platonic friends, right? So there are some men who would say, "Oh, she encouraged me, and she became my friend, and now I've fallen in love." And of course, there's an American movie When Harry Met Sally, and so you know, is it the woman's fault that the male fell in love with her, or she fell in love with the male when the male said, "Okay, we're just friends, huh?" And so, women, men and women can never be just friends. Even Western American movie, When Harry Met Sally says this. Oh, now you put the burden on that woman, the males do, right? Oh, she did this. What do you call that? That phrase I've forgotten. Hey, no, no. From the very beginning, it's friendship, right? I've told you it's friendship. No, no. Why? So that another ex-friend of mine told me, I, it's not my responsibility. If my male friend falls in love with me, it's not my responsibility. Sorry. But, and it shouldn't be, right? She's right about that. Wives of the Prophet, you are not like any other woman if you are truly mindful of God. Do not speak too softly in case the sick at heart should lust after you, but speak in an appropriate manner. For these sick people, the women of the Prophet are told to not speak like this to them. To even those men who are not sick. And mind you, not every man, it says, if you keep your duty, then be not soft of speech like to all men, lest he in whose heart is a disease. This means not all men. So even in friendship, you can have friends, male, female. So, each one of you should know your where you stand. And if you fall in love, doesn't mean that this you make this girl responsible. So Allah, why should these women be responsible and take so much care? That's not fair. That's not just, right? You're blaming the woman then. You're holding her too overly responsible for this. Like the rapists, okay, so they're rapists, so don't go out. It's like, why do you need to go out? And there could be rapists inside too. Excuse me, sorry. This is not right, is it? Too much responsibility, too conscientious, too much responsibility on them. You would say to protect themselves and to protect, um, to not increase the disease in the hearts of these people. Very conscientious. Like I go out in Karachi without the proper like jalbab and all outer garment, and I have to like see to it that I how I walk tightened, stiffened, conscientious in the market. This is abnormal. Yes, and God forbid you come across this person, right? Sure, who has this fear of fornication. Now all the time he's thinking about sex, sex, sex. Sure, forehead, and he's a believer. Forehead 25. Oh, so he's got this thing in his mind, right? Fear of fornication. So what do you think he's thinking about? Save girls. Oh no, girls, right? But be patient. It's better for you. And Allah, no, and here also Allah uses if he can't, let's say he's poor. If he's rich, he can afford believing women. He can marry the believing women. But if he's poor and he can't afford, and he's got this fear of fornication from those whom you're even after fasting and all this, trying to keep patient, meaning so, and he can't afford it, then use these slave girls for your fornication, whom your right hands possess of believing slave girls, and Allah is most knowing about your faith. You are one of another. What an insult. So marry them while with the permission of these, like using these people. Just because you have that, you need to, you have this fear of fornication. And not secret lovers, or what is it, girlfriend, boyfriend? Huh. And they have to be chaste. They don't have any feelings. Is acceptable, chaste, neither those who commit unlawful intercourse randomly, nor those are like casual sex, nor those who take lovers. So no lovers for them, but you can use them for your fear of this fornication. Sacrificing women, save girls, for the yadago, of what your right hands possess. It means that, the woman is like a goat, sacrificing animal. Men can do muta, men can here use slave girls if they can't afford free believing women. This is really. And another one in Surah Nisa, if the women fear ill conduct, amen. Yes, yes, all that being kind with women, yeah. And if you don't like something, it may be good for you. those are come to reality, right? See, these ayats, when you extract from these ayats, but hitting the woman, a husband or a man, her husband or her father, Surah Nisa 35, is it 34? As to those women on whose part you fear disloyalty. This is Surah 4 at 34. But for the women, Surah Nisa 1 to 8. Sorry, that I keep forgetting. I know there's ayat there that just. So I'm not that quick, I'm not that fast also. And I thank you for bearing with me. And if a woman fears from her husband contempt or evasion, there is no sin upon them if they make terms of settlement between them. And settlement is best, right? To settle the thing without violence. Here, God, because against, right? This, what is God saying here? Settlement is best. Meaning, woman is not allowed to hit her husband. Settle. Why not put it this way for the women also? Adultery is this and it ruins this and that, and then go to Surah 4 ayat 25. And adultery is this, it ruins. If your wife is unfaithful, but you can have four wives, you can even, Shias can have muttars. That's not adultery. That's a prostitution legalized. In some cultures, some people would think, even individuals, this is prostitution legalized. But if a woman does it, lash her to find out. 4 witnesses are needed or 3. Settlement is best, and person in souls is stinginess. It's like a mother-in-law, favoritism towards her son. But if you do good and fear, now if you do good and fear Allah, then indeed Allah is ever of what you do aware. For the women, it's like this. For the men, it's this. So in Isaiah 34, it is, not 35. Men are caretakers of women. Now you see, I'm telling you, now after showing you how, coming to a conclusion, let's come to a conclusion, right? I'm not telling you, sorry. You see what happens. Lopsided. As to those women on whose part you fear disloyalty and ill conduct, admonish them, refuse to share their beds, beat them. Lightly? No, no, no. That's in brackets again. But if they return to obedience, beat them. Now, again, Allah said, beat them. But if they return to obedience, seek not against me. Of course not. For your mind can tell you, a low mind can tell you not to do this, right? Logic. I mean, basic logic. But beat them. Third count. So what is this telling you now? Your creator, Allah, fair and square? Or you can't decide? You don't want to decide? Well, there are people suffering. This is unfair to women. The cultures who will tell you, a mind who uses a little bit of logic will tell you this is wrong. Your Allah cannot use proper logic. Another that I have forgotten since it came out. Where is that? Allah cannot use logic. I think maybe it's in the other device. I've shown you from the Quran ayats where Allah has failed to use logic. And a very interesting thing, the recent Christian prince, Allah does not say Abraham made the Kaaba, right? So from Christian prince. Have you ever, thanks to Christian prince, although yeah, it says that even the Kaaba is a bait. So I found this video, Christian prince explains. And another thing, before going there, oh, I forgot to tell you, there's a hadith which it's rejected because it doesn't make sense. Logic doesn't go with logic. It's completely nonsensical, and they've brought it in their own books. It is in the Muslim books that Allah, when Allah wanted to create Himself. So I searched on YouTube also, and I found only Christian prince giving this. Allah wanted to create Himself, and then I went to his other, right? Allah wanted to create Himself. He made horses. This horse thing. Okay, so they say reject this ayat. Oh, sorry, hadith. It's not ayat. Allah created Himself from the sweat of a horse. Now, it doesn't come from Christians. It doesn't come from the polytheists. But their own religious scholars have kept this, and this comes from, it's a hadith. This means it comes from the Prophet Muhammad said this. Ridiculous. Ibn Qatir, al-Bidaya wal-Nihaya. So the Prophet took hold of Ali's hand and in the presence of companions. And still listen, obey him. What is this? Fabricated Hadith. The Criticism of Hadith by Sheikh Suhaib Hassan. Political differences. Then Ibn Asakir al-Mudu'at al-Kubra. Then Ibn Taymiyyah al-Muntaqa min Minhaj. Okay, Ibn Taymiyyah again, Minhaj al-Sunnah. Factions based on issues related. You can read this. Allah created Himself from horse's sweat. So I found Christian prince talking about Hadith. Allah created Himself from the sweat of horses. I didn't make it up. No one made it up. It's from your own sources, right? So what else I found from Christian prince is that before the polytheists never had a messenger, right? How could Abraham be there in Makkah, in that place where the polytheists were, and make a Kaaba there? And another thing he said was that another thing he showed from the Quran ayat is that Abraham made. Does it say the Kaaba or does it say Beit? So Beit in the Jewish Hebrew is house. Now they have Beits there in Israel. He did not make the Kaaba. It doesn't say he made the Kaaba. Well, the Kaaba is a Beit, but other ayat. And then there's another ayat which says that to these polytheists like Makkan Arab pagans, we did not send a messenger before. Where did Abraham come then? If, so God should have said, we sent Abraham to them, right? There's an ayat in the Quran, Christian Prince showed, made the Kaaba. So this came to my attention by watching Christian Prince's video, and he explains it so well. Put sense in you, please. Building of the Kaaba. Where's the Quran ayat? Surah 2, ayat 1 to 5 doesn't say Kaaba. And the other ayat he showed. So mention when we made the house, Bayt. So Bayt is still in Hebrew meaning house, a place of return for the people. And take, O believers, from the standing place of Abraham a place of prayer. And we charge Abraham and Ismail, purify my house, Bayt. Where does it say the Kaaba here? In Makkah. And they put in brackets, big till has put at Makkah. And then Christian Prince shows an ayat which says, we never sent these pagan Arabs in Arabia a messenger. Wait, let me show you something. Where is it? I have to search it out. So please, I see these people coming here, Muslims, either they're not serious or they're just trolls. It really is, what can we do about such Muslims who don't care to see, who wouldn't care to see? They just come here to, I don't know what, right? Frivolous trolls. And I'm really sick and tired of this junk. I've had enough of these men. And, in London, no one harassed me. Trying to look for that Christian Prince's video on the Kaaba bait. I'm very slow, have a hard time, and glasses also I'm wearing. Oh, it's because I use YouTube so much. Also, I have many. I have to show you the video though of Christian Prince. Did Abraham build the Kaaba? Here it is. I'll bring it forward by playing it again so you can see it here. Sorry, no copyright infringement. See here? Did Abraham build the Kaaba? Dr. Christian Prince. Did Abraham build the Kaaba? Who built the Kaaba? Sorry, I wish to see a good change in this world. People take people seriously, and not life. I mean, sometimes, some say, life can be taken seriously and not, and some say not to take seriously. But that doesn't mean we play around, and meaning that life is short and predictable. And sometimes, okay, take it as a comedy, but please don't mock people. I mean, I have also known this quote that life taken seriously. I thought it was by Shakespeare, and life taken as a tragedy and as a comedy, as a comedy. Not seriously, actually. The quote, maybe I won't get it. But uh, life is a comedy to those who think, a tragedy to those who feel. Jean Racine, Racine, and is it Jean? I've Jean Jean. If it's French, then I've forgotten how to pronounce the name. Ah, Goodreads, thank you. Okay, come to ask about the Prime Minister. I've had enough. The brother, the Arab brother, Sheikh Mohammed, God protect him. अभी लाइक इनको क्या कीड़ा है पाकिस्तानियों को समझ में नहीं आता है इंडियन को इंडियन है या पाकिस्तानी है एक इंडियन आया है उसको वो मदिया टॉक्स इधर ऑन सलवान क्या बोला है मदिया को ऐसे बोलते हैं ऐसे ऐसे क्वेश्चन करते हैं and like Madhya reminds me of my sometimes I would get like quiet when someone would question me like that. I wouldn't even want to answer them. Just walk away from such dirty, sick people in Karachi. Sometimes, like, or in my family, someone taunting me like that, just keep quiet, right? But thank God, Awais Iqbal was there and gave it to him. Get lost. Very good. Sometimes, तो अभी हम बहुत हो चुका ना ये क्या है लाइक उसको ऐसे पूछ रहा है कहे कि देखिए बहन जी sister you told us about conservative energy that it changes and never goes anywhere there are black holes but I found out that energy can disappear and all ये कोई ऐसे ऐसे बोले कि okay you found out this अब तो अच्छा कोई मिस्टेक भी करे आपका ये चैनल आपने ऐसा कहा and the way he said it should have had a slap from someone. Thank God Awais Iqbal said, get lost. Sorry, my stomach, no, right, this part. Gastric, I haven't had. When did I have? Oh, food. So I just want to know what is it about these Pakistanis? Some of them, they like to tease you and they like to, and then they say they are your well wishers. अभी बहुत हो चुका पहले आए पता नहीं लेकिन ये मजाक ये तुम लोगों का जो गंदा मजाक है बैड टेस्ट अभी लड़की के साथ औरत के साथ इतना फ्री होना क्या जरूरत है ना जान ना पहचान कहते हैं वो ना आ जाते हैं ऐसे ही। आपको क्या है तो decent language we I've like Wait a minute. Have I tried in Karachi with the Pakistanis to be decent? So you see, the Westerners, like I've spoiled my live streams, right? When I get angry at them. But you see, then if we talk nicely with them and this and that, then do you think the UK girls, UK grooming gangs, raping gangs? Nee, nee. You see, UK. So trying to tell the ग्रूमिंग गैंग्स ना तो ये ऐसे आते हैं, ऐसे मजाक मस्ती करेंगे। अच्छा, ना जान ना पहचान, फ्री हो जाएंगे। चीप रे, like cheapsters, they're cheap. Okay, so we're told, like, so now this psychologist, American, not supposed to call the husband possessive or like don't put them on the spot. Grooming gangs, Britain's shame. How to deal with them? We had a, some man, he's really cheap, so we go along with them. बर्दाश्त किया, बर्दाश्त किया, बर्दाश्त टॉलरेट टॉलरेट, न कंप्लेन किया, न पुलिस में गए. You, so these girls, they must be like so level-headed and yeah, okay, so we'll take this. Oh, you're my friend, you're my well-wisher. They didn't know this kind of mentality, Pakistani mentality, right? Politeness out of, oh yes, yeah, we're allowed to have boyfriend, girlfriend. And then the exploitation, the way it takes place, they were not slapped, even, right? Very good. This is Times of India. How many hours back? Live. Trump live will find you and kill you. Oh, no, no, this is not good. I was seeing uh, Trump orders US military attack. That's why I said good. On American enemy. This good. Very good. Oh, someone has threatened Trump will find you and kill you. This is live? Is it going watching? Yeah, that's what time hasn't. Oh, now they're threatening Trump. Oh my goodness. It is Salwan. Oh, I can't talk about it. So it's really difficult. See, I've lived in Pakistan. I have thought that maybe if, maybe if I had not called them for. Now, American enemy. Oh my God. So recently, a US military man on Facebook came and okay, so he said, how do you manage like all this problem on my this live stream on Surya 33 and 32? Facebook. Friend me. Then he sent me a video when I told him to send me a voice message on the messenger. Send me a whole video that yes, my friends list is covered. Is kind of I'm not showing because yes, there are scammers on Facebook. When the first time I was messaging him, sending him a private message on Facebook Messenger, it said, "Beware of scammers." You know, when I messaged these Pakistanis, it doesn't say that. Messenger didn't say that ever. This is the first time the Facebook Messenger warned me of being aware of scammers. Maybe he wasn't a military man after all, American, who was based in Syria. It showed. And he had this helmet on and his uniform on. Then he removed his picture. So after I did this, I got American. And American, I was saying, Westerners are so good. Britishers, European men, they don't do this kind of a thing. So we can talk to them lightly, nicely, softly. And they won't do this because they don't have a disease in their hearts. So came an American man. Okay, you tell me your problem, that how do you deal with it, without, I don't have faith, this and that. It's difficult for me. Surah 33, Ayah 32, and then he's removed it. You got it? That I think what I suspect is, like, he didn't have to tell me in the comment section on my live stream to friend him on Facebook. Just tell me your problem and say, how do you manage? Since, you know, I don't have faith and it's very difficult to cope with life, and friend me. And now beware, please. Uh, there are these, friend me. There are these AIs. You can make a complete different. Like if you're fair, you can make a dark AI of yourself on a live stream video. You're talking and it shows like dark, or you can be fair. No, you can be dark and you can make a fair AI of yourself. And then they're talking and everything, but different than you. So I was thinking, is it that a Muslim, how far they can go to tell me what against this, and also not having faith? So how do you manage? And there's this American guy, Muslim. No matter what you tell him, he he's kind of bald. He's bald and I can't find him. I can't remember his name. Muslim versus. So he also was like telling me about this thing on Surah Tawbah, Jizya, Demis, that are, no, the Islam. Maybe it was him. I'm not sure. It's like this person that I can't find. And I'll be searching, but I can't find it and I can't remember his name. So there's one person who came on my live stream saying that dhimmis and what do you know? You know the Western system, but at least this in Islam is very good. But the dhimmis, at least, very fair and square, right? So Surah 9, ayat on jizya. But he said he's African. 29 or 29. Because, they don't join the military. So they have to give this and they're taken care of. The Demis, they were very happy, the Christians and the Jews and the pagan Arabs. I don't think ever they were told to leave Makkah or be killed. Surah Tawbah. But this is so good. But I've got an American accent. Must be living in America now, not in Africa. Maybe in Africa, God knows. But has an American accent. Fight those who do not believe in Allah nor in the latter day, nor do they prohibit what Allah and His Messenger have prohibited, nor follow the religion of truth out of those who have been given the book, until they pay the tax, jizya, in acknowledgement of superiority, and they are in a state of subjection. No, like the reasons he was giving, African with an American accent, amazing. Great, nothing like Islam. See the Western Christian Jews. Oh God, I can't even. I can't. Like okay, once I got angry. What did promiscuity and this and that? So bad. In but I tell you, still better than Muslim world. Promiscuity, casual sex, still better in Europe. If you want to, no, the men, it's better that the women with men are exposed to each other because then this frustration is too much. And then things happen. It's ugly. It's not good. Sick. We think this is like good manners or something. It's not. Please. Or, the way a woman sits and shyness or shyness. Oh, she's so shy. No, no, no. It's better. I would feel so claustrophobic when in childhood, I was athletic, right? Now, growing up, if someone told me that your religion says, please now wear hijab. I mean, my parents were moderate, or what do you call it? So my father was taking me in the julus in my childhood. Now, when I grew up, now I realized, oh, I can't go with my father to the julus, a procession, or Shia processions. Now, no more. So it took time to get used to that. And if someone had told me in my earlier years when I was in the American school and I was playing, with my neighbors also, I was playing male neighbors, cricket and all this. If someone told me go and do a job, you're more than 9 years old now, I would feel so claustrophobic. But in London, we've played with the British boys. They never did anything bad to me. They behaved themselves. They wouldn't even come in the house to have water. They wouldn't step inside my house. They were my neighbors. Okay, so claustrophobia, feeling suffocated. And it's really, it gives a very sick mind, frustrations and all this. When you can't see something, and when you're told not to do something, you do it even more. You see, the mind, if you tell the mind not to do something, you want to do it more. This curiosity in, oh, the woman is showing her eyes only, the niqab is on, Muslim woman, and there's curiosity, like frustrations. So where to strike a balance, like not uh, exposure, overexposure to men or not, or God knows, like I've kept thinking about this. But I think the Western system, and in Europe when I was living in London, I think it's better than the Muslim Pakistan Muslim country, Muslim system. Much better, right? At least there you have your the saying. See, if you say no, you don't want to go to the party, you want to study, you want to do something else, you can say no, and they won't touch you and grope on you and things like that. The men, there's safety, there is freedom. You feel safe in London when I was there. Now it's become terrible. The Islamic system. No, it's not right. Without the father, you can't do anything. Or the brother. Women have Adik brains. Even Imam Ali has said in Najul Balagha after the Battle of Camel. So some say this is only for Aisha. And no, no, this is for all women. 80, Sermon 80, I think. Women are deficient in faith. Prophet Muhammad has also said this. Uh, Women are deficient in faith, deficient in shares, and deficient in intelligence. As regards the deficiency in the faith, there's that. Can you believe this? What is this? And yet respect women. What is your Allah trying to say? Like patronize with them? Your men are going to, Muslim men will be patronizing with women. Not that level of respect, equality on the equality basis. But you see this respect in the Quran, or be kind with them. You know why Allah? This is like someone saying, oh, Allah has made them patronizing you. You know what is patronizing? It's not true. They look down, oh, they are lesser. So superior men have this condescending, but they need to tolerate or respect. Apparently kind or helpful, but betraying a feeling of superiority, condescending. You get it? So this is what I mean by superficiality in the Quran ayats. When it says be kind to women, when it tells the men be kind, of course it's going to give this patronizing thing towards the Muslim women by the Muslim men. You not see this. So it's not I'm telling you. What I'm telling you is what I've drawn a conclusion out of this, right? Does it seem like you're on the same level with respect and equality? Or is it patronizing? Element of patronizing. Be kind to the women. Work it out. O believers, it is not permissible for you to inherit women against their will or mistreat them to make them return some of the dowry. right? Surah Nisa ayat 19. Sorry, I have this congestion. The flu is still remnants still there. Haven't fully recovered, so I apologize for this too. Or you who have believed it is not lawful for you to inherit women by compulsion. This does not mean not rape them. It's on a particular thing. I was shocked to find that out. What does this mean? And do not make difficulties. So here I had to take recourse to the footnotes. The deceased man's heirs have no rights of marriage or otherwise over his widow. This is what it means by inherit women by compulsion. Here, I don't know. This is your footnote. And do not make difficulties for them in order to take part of what you give them, unless they commit a clear immorality, and live with them in kindness. Or if you dislike, now what is Allah said? So, brothers, sisters in humanity, Muslim, Muslim believers, if you analyze these verses, we came to how did I come to? So I'm showing you step by step or a little bit. So what does this show you? If you, but now Allah adds for if you dislike them, perhaps you dislike a thing, and Allah makes therein much good. You dislike them, yes, like they don't have good in themselves, but Allah has put much good in them. And be kind to them. This seems like there is patronizing. Allah wants the male believers to patronize with the women, with the believing women. Oh, unless they commit a clear immorality. So, sorry, excuse me. Let's have a look at this, Jean. Okay, this better glasses. My God, I don't even realize I'm wearing the wrong glasses for this device. Unless they commit a what's this? Make difficulties for them in order to take part of what you gave them, unless they commit a clear immorality, i.e., adultery. So if they commit immorality, like adultery, then you can make it difficult for them and all this. Oh, so this is, you see, this is lopsided. This is not just. You be good with them. You don't make life difficult for them just because they have committed an immorality. You still be kind with them. So then what my aunt told me about Imam Zain al-Abidin is wrong. When he found his father's, Imam Zain al-Abidin's father, Imam Hussein, who was butchered thirsty for 3 days in Karbala, thirsty, without water, and then butchered. So when Imam Zain al-Abidin came across the butcherer, or who had stopped the, no, that was her, his butcherer on the desert, somewhere in the desert, dying of thirst. Imam took his bottle or what, this, water, and offered it to him. And he looked at Imam. So he was dying of thirst and all this, right? Looked at Imam and he told Imam Zain al Abidin, if you knew who I was, you would not give me water. He said, I know who you are, and I'm here to do good anyways. Meaning, I killed your father, butchered him, beheaded him in Karbala without when he was thirsty. Also like this. But sorry, Shias, the Quran ayat, and do not make difficulties for them in order to take part of what you gave them. Doesn't go with what the thing I was told about Imam Zain al Abidin doing. Let me do good because I'm here to do good anyways against his father. So yeah, this is what we were. Unless they commit a clear immorality, then you can make it difficult for them in order to take part of what you gave them. Excuse me. So I was told there were people taunting Imam and all this, and Imam was like, there's Imam Musa Kazim, and all this riwayats, traditions coming from the Imams. That, okay, he insulted me, but I will not insult him back. I will not throw the treachery back at him. But there's a Quran ayat on that, another Quran ayat which says, we will make you throw back their treachery at them, or Allah will throw back. Oh, so anyways, Allah will make you throw back. Oh, Alibad never did this. Their treachery. Quran ayat. And what if the Imam said, if our saying goes against the Quran ayat, then it's not our saying, true saying. Then reject it. Allah loveth not the treacherous. If thou fearest treachery from any group, throw back to them on equal terms. Lo, how great the Imams have become, greater than these Quran ayats. But Allah tells you, you can do this, Muslims. If you fear from a people betrayal, throw their treaty back to them, putting you on equal terms. Allah does not like traitors. Beloved, not the treacherous. If you fear treachery from any group, throw back to them. Even if fearing, okay, you fear treachery. Like if they commit, why can't Allah put if someone has committed treachery against you? Why does He put fear? Even if you fear, like they have not yet committed a treachery against you. Do you see this? So this is Surah Anfal ayat 58. 58. Oh my goodness. Allah should say, if they betray you, if they commit, or that they have committed, not before committing, you just fear from them. Ah. So you see all the lies that you've been told, Shias also. And you've spread it. Imam Zain al Abidin did this, and Imam Musa Kazim didn't get angry. He said, no, you see, you abuse me, but why should I come to your low level? I will not, even though I'm an Imam, but I will not abuse you back. This is what we were taught, right? As Shias. Like, suppose a Sunni came and told me, you kafir. There, I would be like Madhya, Dr. Madhya, right? I wouldn't call back. I wouldn't say, answer back like that. I say, okay, why do you feel that way? Because, or yeah, I'll just keep quiet. But there came a time when I said, no, no, we need to not keep quiet in the sense that make them understand what Shia Islam is. Yeah, there would be mostly all the time I would keep quiet. I wouldn't, I would just walk away. Peace be with you. I wish you the best. And I see the Quranites go against that, what the Imams through their examples have taught us. So back to this. Now, this is right. This is Allah telling you to patronize with the women, telling your men. This is also not right, right? At least in London, whatever they don't harass people and all this. So, wondering that something like exposure should be there. The Western world, the European world is better than the Muslim world. Anytime. Patronizing. Ah, and I've smoked there and on walking, no Britisher came up to me and said, why are you doing? Or harassed me or anything. If I did this in Karachi, even, hijab, I had to be careful. Some man could come near me and get some. I was shocked when I started to do a job in Karachi. There were some men who did not behave themselves properly in the shop or marketplace. So, what else am I missing? Let's see. I'm not a good talker, but I try to come here and talk about these matters. I just get silent. Thing is that so much on me, these demons attack. And it's not even me at times. तो तंग करना इधर आना एक बेकस जो ट्राई कर रही है यू नो ये क्या है आई मीन ये कहाँ का कुछ हो नहीं सकता है क्या हम इनको अभी तक आ रहे हैं हाउस योर किंग शर्म ये कुछ इन पे कुछ असर नहीं पड़ता है ये डीट मॉन्स्टर इट्स रियल टेरिबल or do I have to accept that there'll be these okay I get this trigger oh, becoming free with women क्यों ऐसा है हमारे उधर तो ऐसा नहीं है लंदन में ऐसा नहीं था इट वाजंट लाइक दिस फ्री हो जाते हैं क्यों ऐसा है कुछ इज्जत करना नहीं जानते पता नहीं क्यों ऐसा है to cancel down क्यों ऐसा है ये Why is it like this? इधर मर्दों के साथ ये YouTube क्यों डाउनलोड विदाउट माई आई डोंट नो व्हाट on my other device वो डाउनलोड हो रहा है खुद ब खुद trying to cancel it but every so many so मुझे तो ऐसा I hate it वो Candid with Lubna भी कह रही थी she doesn't like this at all you know men telling her अब किसने आपको ये हक दिया है और ये क्या तो sorry excuse me there's nothing in this talking like this बस आते हैं ना वो देखते हैं हाँ ट्रिगर कर दिया हाँ तो वो मुझे लगता है कि ये जानबूझ के like you know there was this thing that my aunt got possessed with the jinn right so I used to be afraid so my other aunt said the more you get if you get afraid they will scare you even more तो ये हमारे पाकिस्तान में टॉन्टिंग टीजिंग और ये चीजें हैं ना they will scare you more तो बस आपको वीकनेस इनको पता चल गया कि she gets scared this is her trigger thingy फिर और भी scared that's what her younger sister told me she said if you get scared they'll scare you more that's how they are so the devils right these jinns were devils so this is the devil's way or we'll come and we'll teach her a lesson आप कौन होते हैं लेसन टीच करने में so the more you show these covert narcissists or gaslighters that you don't like don't you know it's their fuel it's their supply the thing is that I'm not well and this is what the demon wants inside he's got into my blood my heart my feelings my mind I wish I could do what these great people who have advised us to do against covert narcissists and psychopaths don't react this is their supply the power of not reacting. Now, this power I lack, right? What happens when you don't give a narcissist a reaction? They're looking for. I wish I was just looking, doing Christian prayers. My God, how much have they got me? My blood. Oh, this not me. When there was a distance coming. Oh my God, this really has happened to me. Isn't me. This is not my reaction. This is not what I want to do. So they're sending people here to do exactly what they have done inside of me. You know how hard it's been. Violation of privacy, watching, feeling every second, split second, living inside. Enemy. That's why I do. Okay, do all these things that you must have seen now. All these prayers, right? Which one? This one, powerful spiritual warfare prayer. Pastor Kingsley. They're in your blood. They're in your mind. They're in your feelings. And sorry, I can't accept it because I've been put in a shock. Like every day, sometimes, getting, what's this? What's this? So sometimes a prayer helps. It's being removed, but they come back. When I stop the prayer, now 24 hours listening to these prayers. तो थोड़ा सा आराम मिला. See, it's not in my hands. God will fight for you, they say. When? Now. Now is the Christians are saying, now God will fight for you. And if I try, it's like quicksand, right? So that it's dissipating my energy. So if you think you're going to come here and keep harassing me till I get used to this, and then it will help me, please don't do that. It's worse. You see, even when I try to fight it within me, it wasn't working. I had to give in. It's like quicksand. Only some very powerful Reiki or prayers or distance healing. And that also has to go on and on and on, not just one time. I have to keep doing it and do nothing else. Very few. Like do some, can't do everything, right? That I want to do. Even after listening to these prayers, like go out and then do something and then fall back because they try to laugh, look, give me weird look inside, right? It's harass, it's nefarious, evil, pure evil. Imagine if I have to go to the bathroom or I'm washing my face or give me a weird look or thing. So they put the thought in me and then my reaction, or when I'm looking, give me a weird look and they create this anger, kept me in anger, opened my wounds, yawning, this, that. Please, you are not my psychologist here that you come here. I'm your well wisher. Give me a break. So it's very, I don't have a partner here on this live stream who can help me. I need one. I, see, like I also feel that Madhya should not have done this alone. These Indian and Muslim men, these they won't leave us. It's very good. Although Madhya has lived with her children alone in America, has been living, but when she does these live streams, I was glad. I was really glad that Awais Iqbal was with her. You know how men come. Murder of Salwan Momika in Sweden 1 day ago. So really glad that Awais Iqbal, live with Awais Iqbal. The Asian men will not let us live, have our opinions, or be respectful. It is here, YouTube. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. So, hiding behind or giving your name, God knows what now they're giving names and WhatsApp number, and they're even then they know we can't reach them, and no one can reach them. For what? Oof, so I don't have someone, a brother like Awais Iqbal, or Kamit Afaf, Dr. Afaf, and I'm not even well to have this kind of a thing. Timing and set with someone a plan that we're going to be together, coming together. But really, I felt that Awais Iqbal should be there. I'm very protective. I hate it when men insult women. Bardash. So when you tell someone, "मैं बर्दाश्त नहीं कर सकती. I can't take it. I can't tolerate it. Please, this." And in this, it's happening. It has been happening since two. How is it that you're going to come here and subject me to the devil that's inside of me by what you do? That's going to help me, and you're my well wisher. No, no, don't be kind with them. Oh, there's someone. Isn't it my father's side who was saying? So you're going to go to a hospital cancer patient and start to, my teacher in college, she had cancer. She used to come to college, take the classes and all. Or is halat mein in this condition? I cannot accept it, even if I want to accept it, that there are evil people outside, jerks. It's been 24 years, 25. I mean, it's now 24 years. I can't. So inside like this, outside, and no one cooperating, no one coming here to cooperate. Oh, the last time there was someone, a Muslim, who then realized, yes. So yeah, and someone telling me that profession. I'm not. My thing is different. I'm not Sahil ex-Muslim, a friendly ex-Muslim. I'm not apostate prophet or Dr. David Wood. You see, this thing I learned about the inheritance problem and how the religious scholars have tried to fix it. Asli Nabi on Asli Nabi channel. Now I cannot do this with you on the inheritance in Islam. The Islamic law of inheritance explained. Nabi Asli. I could have said how this Allah who created the whole world doesn't know how to do the give us the inheritance ratios and all this. And some, like some, they just upload videos. They don't come live. Reason why I come live also screencasting is I can't make videos of it. This also. I'm not Haris Sultan. I'm not like, I've had so many problems. I thought, of course, there would be some people who would not understand and would like to pinch and, but वो कहते हैं ना मिर्ची और मिर्ची डालो बोन्स में इसके बोन्स ओपन है हम और मिर्ची डालें wow amazing people sarcastic what people are you तो कभी तुम लोगों को कैंसर होगा कभी तुम लोगों की ऐसी हालत हो अभी मर्द का वो आ रहा है ये कैसे पागल हो पहले तुम लोगों को दिमाग नहीं है तुम लोगों में पहले तुम लोगों में वो पावर नहीं है कि तुम लोग हेल्प करो हील करो किसी को और आते हो इधर कि शी शुड गेट यूज्ड टू दिस डील विद इट आई एम योर वेल विशर you should get used to this that whatever we say and कैसे इसका डर निकालें या ऐसे इसको और टीज करें इसको और डराएं इधर इसको और हरास करें तो फिर इसका हरासमेंट ये निकल जाएगा ये हरास ही नहीं होगी नम हो जाएगी so why did he curb he's curbed his own will ये कौन सा गॉड है फिर औरतों का राइट्स कर्ब किया है फिर अभी द थिंग इज दैट okay yes I compared I said that the western people are not like this on this लेकिन ये भी तो देखें कि विदाउट कंपैरिजन लॉजिकली भी देखें ना अगर इसको तो हो सकता है कि हम कुछ कर सकें like just pure logic on Surah again Surah 32 ayat oh Surah 33 ayat 32 so all men because it says all men are not like this that's why I brought the I think and maybe okay logic less than he whose heart is diseased sorry I didn't have a Muslim like हाँ जैसे अवैस इकबाल है ना पाकिस्तानी कुछ अच्छे पाकिस्तानी हैं मदिया के साथ और ऐसे तो लेकिन लंदन में लाइक ज़्यादातर majority of Britishers are well behaved and all this they would not if we speak softly with them they would not covet like this okay, come on yeah. You have brought this last okay and another thing is how to see this that all men are not like that but for these men they have to be they they have to speak softly oh sorry not speak softly where am I now but speak with appropriate speech just because of these men and there's some good men ज़्यादातर हमारे मुल्क मुसलमान मुल्क में ऐसा हो सकता है yeah I'm giving an example but if we don't give an example Western world but this in itself what does this tell you in itself Huh? Should the women take such a responsibility of being so conscientious that they would not speak to men in a soft speech because lest he in whose heart is disease should covet. Speak with appropriate. Yeah, this is right. In London, I've lived in London. That's why I'm giving you an example. पर इतना कॉन्शियस होना, इतना कॉन्शियस और इतना कॉशियस कि इसको भी नहीं ज़्यादा overly conscious. Then what happened is that my relationship suffered in college with the principal. Being overly conscious is also not good. I tried, with my hands. I took care. Whatever I learned from the past, I will not do this with her. I will not tell her that this is love. I will not do this. Thinking overly, that my aunt said, please be a little carefree, right? And then, so overly conscientious, overly cautious, it's very unhealthy. And it didn't even save the relationship. What relationship, she told me. And she told me, you are a burden. After I graduated from college, what relationship? Being so, yeah, what relationship? Before in college, it's like you are a family friend. Then afterwards, what relationship? So being overly cautious and all this, what do our ulama say about that? They say that shaitan, the more you are cautious, no, I want my wuzu to be perfect. Or be shaitan. The more you want your wuzu to be perfect, the more shaitan is going to come. So what do they say? I've read in a Shia website, being overly cautious. Yes. I don't know what topic it was. I was shaitan. No, shaitan coming, bad thoughts and voices. This is very, very, they say that shaitan, these are like shaitan. Shaitan comes to you even more. Being overly cautious that my wuzu should be perfect. Wuzu, somewhere I read in the Shia, like being overly conscious of, cautious of shaitan and about your, then shaitan will come about your religious rites and this should be perfect. My prayer, I don't know. Yeah, but Allah says like you don't know that Allah has accepted your prayer or not. Your 5 obligatory prayers. So being overly cautious. कि एक भी यूरिन अभी मैं बाथरूम में गया यूरिन का एक थोड़ा सा हुआ नहीं नहीं मैं अभी भी निजस हूँ what was the subject matter one who doubts the validity of his or her wudu while performing it should redo it until she is certain either the yeah it's like that compulsive and washing hands No, no, yeah, I don't think my wudu. I have to wash my hands. They're not clean. To wipe your head and then pass the hairline, then your wudu will be invalid. Oh, sorry, I can't find it. So this also, and I will go. Allah created us, so we know, so He knows what's best for us. What a Allah He is. That He can't even get His logic straight. He's curbed His will at times on Surah Zumar that I didn't give here, didn't read out. Then what's Surah 12, Ayat 108? Oh, see, this is my way. Oh, there are certain things I didn't say. 359, Ayat 60. Then Surah 8, Ayat 48. Then Surah 12, Ayat 108 says, see, this is my way. I invite to Allah with insight. I and those who follow me. And exalted is Allah. And I'm not of those associate others with Him. So recently I came across, oh, this another thing has come up. This Imam who has appeared to the Ahmadis, 12 Shia Imam, on YouTube. So, this one also you can see on gods. What is the topic? The plurality of gods in the Abrahamic religions. 1 month ago, the Mahdi has appeared channel on YouTube. Plurality of gods in the Abrahamic religions. It exists in Shia Islam. So, okay. So this is my way now. Now this messenger is told to say, this is my way. This is Allah's way, but now it is my way. I invite to Allah with insight, basirat, right? Now Shaitan says, I see what you do not see. Tells the disbelievers, indeed I fear Allah, and Allah is severe in penalty. So he is also seeing. And this seeing is physical seeing. He's seen it. He was with Allah, and he's seen it. And that's why he says, whatever he's seen there because he was with Allah. What you can't see, what they can't see, what the believers maybe can't see, because Shaitan and his people, or what, so with him, see you from where you can't see them, right? So then now this comes, Surah 12, Ayat 108, say, this is my way. I invite, this is Allah's way or my way? This is my way now. I invite to Allah with insight. So do the polytheists not believe in Allah? They do, right? I invite, now this not even with revelation, this is with insight, he said. Where does this verse come from? I and those who follow me invite to Allah with insight. Okay, so Shaitan sees also, and he's one of those who have knowledge, because servants of Allah who have knowledge would fear Allah. Shaitan says, I fear Allah. And then he sees what they do not see. Neither do the believers. Neither do you see them from where they can see you, right? Then this one is saying, I have insight, basir, okay? So what was I trying to work on? Difficult for me a little bit. Surah 76 at 19. There will circulate among them young boys made eternal. When you see them, this is the Ra. This is the one that Shaitan said here. I see what you do not see. So now, you see how God has made your mind in paradise? That these young boys will be circulating, made eternal. When you see them in paradise, you would think they are scattered pearls. Thinking. So you're thinking, when you see them, you would think. It changes your thinking. So it's in the mind. So now your mind, not your eyes, but your mind starts to think they're scattered pearls. This also. So let's now it's for us to work out. I need more cooperation, attention from you. Maybe let's see where we get like this. Maybe we won't get anywhere. Maybe we'll get somewhere. I'm not prepared for this completely. But let's see where we can get. Now it's the discovery, self online discovery. So this kind of seeing can deceive one, right? So now they've got the thinking also in paradise. So I reached here and how to make a connection. Uh, wait, maybe in the end, let's see if I can. This kind of seeing can deceive you. Although you see them, you think them to be scattered pearls, and you reckon you like from the mind that does hisab, maths, reckoning. Oh, look what Allah has made you do here. It's a really insult in the paradise. In paradise, then, or have they associates who have prescribed for them any religion? No, wait. So I didn't, I was like, the shaitan can see, but he doesn't have insight, basir. I mean, the ayat doesn't say that he has insight, right? So how do we go about something here I've missed out on, but I can't ask for help, right? Because no one, they just come here to play around and mess up, mess me up more than I'm messed up. That this is my way. I invite to Allah with insight, not even with revelation. Where He has insight. Then I found something like seeing is thinking that they are scattered. Seeing changes you? No. When you see them, you would think. So I need a philosopher. This kind of seeing can deceive one in Jannah or paradise. Then trying to work this out, but then or have they associate were prescribed for them any religion that Allah does not sanction? Okay, then leave this open, that Ra, seeing. But anyways, a shaitan fearing Allah would put him in that Surah Furqan ayat, I think 25, Surah Furqan, right? With those servants of Allah. But let's see here. Now, here I'm a little bit like, could this be coming from shaitan? See, this is my way. I invite to Allah with insight. Shaitan, remember, didn't bow to Adam. He wouldn't bow to anyone. So, of course, those would not associate others with him. And I am not of those who associate others with him. And at the Prophet, and Surah 12, ayat 100 also, so Hazrat Yaqub bowed to Hazrat Yusuf. But now there's no bowing in this religion, Muhammadan religion. So it seems like, uh, so what does it seem like? So I haven't worked it out, but maybe you won't understand my style that I've chosen. I invite to Allah with insight. This is my way. And I am not of those who associate others with him. Could it be that this was Shaitan, who doesn't want you to bow to anyone? Although we see Surah 12, ayat 100, and even Allah wanting the angels to bow to Adam. Some mishap has taken place. Something is not right. This kind of seeing can deceive. Okay. Surah 42, ayat 21 says, or have they associates? So now I've jumped to associates. Or have they associates who have prescribed for them any religion that Allah does not sanction? But he seems to say that Allah sanctions this, right? Now you say this Quran ayat coming, don't gulp it. But Surah 12 ayat 108, we've seen there's ample evidence that these Quran ayats either were stolen, there's a mishmash, there's a mess up. See, this is my way. I invite to Allah with insight. And I am not of those who associate others with them. But we see Surah Takwir ayat, Allah is associated with them, Rasul Kareem. So in this light, this way coming, Basirat, someone having Basir insight, someone getting a revelation is different from someone getting Basir insight, right? Could this ayat be stolen from somewhere? Then this revelationary religion. It can't be here. It can't be from this religion, right? Then Surah 42 at 21 says, or have they associates who have prescribed for them any religion that Allah does not sanction? Now some words are put in their mouth because you see here very strange. When I went to Sabir Salim's, I found out that the Imam can have, now Allah can give them their religion, their religion. The Surah 24 at 55, Ismaili Islam. Now, Allah has promised those who have believed among you and done righteous deeds that He will surely grant them succession to authority, meaning, right, upon the earth, just as He granted it to those before them, and that He will surely establish for them their religion. Their religion. So, how can Allah can say this, but is it right? Allah does not sanction. Because Allah has now here sanctioned, and in fact promised these ones, believers who have done righteous deeds, to establish for them their religion, which He has preferred for them. Now it's not Islam accepted, but for these believers now, whatever their religion is, let's say I say my religion should be love. Now Allah changes it. That's why the Ismailis don't have to get up for prayers like 5 times daily and all this. Allah changed it for them, right? So here Allah has promised the believers and those who do righteous deeds to grant them succession, just as on earth, just as He granted it to those before them, and that he will surely establish for them their religion, which he has preferred for them. And that he will surely substitute for them after the feared security. And then again it comes here, but whoever for they worship me, not associating anything with me. Now again the traces of against associating with them comes in, which means that this has been here to confuse you. It it's confusing, not associating anything with me. Okay. But Allah Himself is associated with them. Surah Maida at 55 also, Waliyakum, the messenger and those who believe. And Surah Takwir ayat, Rasul Kareem, possessor of power, with the possessor of the throne, secure. Isn't that association with them? Ah, this also, and not to do dua, not to call on, why am I going there? But they have been doing dua. You see, that's a different thing when they're calling the people, like Surah Nu ayat, they're doing dua. So you see, their dua means different. Here, doing praying to God, calling on God is different. But you see, there, this also is quite weird, right? Oh no, wait. Do not call on anyone with Allah. There's a Quran ayat, another one I found. I don't know, and I didn't come online because I wasn't well. So now, which one was it? In the end, oh God, oh, never let them avert you from the verses of Allah after they have been revealed to you, and invite to your Lord, and never be of those who associate others with Allah. And do not invoke with Allah another, oh, this is like another deity. Not just do not invoke with Allah another. Oh, here it says, and do not invoke, meaning dua, adu, tadu, invoke with Allah, God, other. Now, this is other God. Yeah, so other, nor, no, there is God except, there is no God except La ilaha illallah, huwa, Him. Everything will be destroyed except His face. To Him is the decision, and to Him you will be returned. Oh, actually, when it comes here, it's put like do not invoke with Allah another God. Ilahan. Okay, so this is Surah Qasas 28, ayat 88. Right? Now, Nu says, I call them This is also dua. Da'a, to, invited. This is also dua. Dua, my invitation. But see, this is also dua, praying. Allah has used the same words. See? And do not call. Whoops. Oh, Surah Qasas. There's something really wrong. Ayat 88. Here it's done too. But you know, like this from Dua, right? Abraham prayed to his Allah. Dua. So what is this? Different meanings. Where is it? Where's Allah? Oh God. Abraham prayed means dua. Did dua. Hello. Welcome, Sekiro. Feel free to come on Saturday night, 9 o'clock. Who's this? Hassan Allah Yari stream. Who's Hassan Allah Yari? You are welcome to Hassan Allah Yari stream. Sekiro? Am I pronouncing your name properly? Thank you so much. Who is this Hassan Allah Yari? Oh my Lord, maintain established prayers. Surah 14, Ayat 40. What does it have to do with this? Surah 14, Ayat 40. Sorry. Is he an ex-Muslim? I don't know these people, then I have to check their whether he's trustworthy or what. Sorry. Oh my Lord, make me one who establishes regular prayer. Also among my accept thou my prayer. Dua. See, here is dua. Yes, please, he's a Shia scholar. Nowadays he's doing special oh no, stream for atheists. No, sorry, I'll check. Thank you. I'll check his but let him come here and see because I'll check his things. I've already proven the Quran wrong. Is there any gunja? Is there any this thing that this Islam is true? Huh? I've even seen how could this Shia Hassan Allah Yari? Sorry, what I've seen is enough for me, right? But thank you. Please invite him here. Tell him to come here. and see this. Message is retract. Hassan Allah Yari. What's happened? What's wrong? Sekiro? Uh, I think for me it's enough not to stretch this. You know, it's enough to see that this Quran, there are contradictions, and I've seen the Aka Medipuya, Ali commentary, Shia commentaries, and all this. I've seen many, many contradictions. What would Hassan Allah Yari have? If you can put it in like succinctly to me, huh? That would make me change my mind and want to waste my time there. Please. And this Hassan Allah Yari is a Shia scholar, meaning a 12er Shia. What would make Ismaili Shia wrong and 12er Shias right? So please don't let me waste my time on these people, but thank you for the invitation. Uh, I don't understand why these people would, you Shias would still be on the Shia, believing in your religion. When logic is failing here in the Quran ayats, are you concentrating on the Imam sayings? Does he what does he do? Please invite him here. Maybe I can help him see what does he have for the atheists? What about the spiritualists? Huh? What about the spiritualists? And does he have anything special for the Ismailis? So the Ismailis would leave the Shia Islam and take Imam Musa Qasim? Has he done with the Ismailis any discussion? No, no, I'm not making a decision on my own. You see, this is where you're wrong. I'm making a decision from the Quran ayats. I've already made a decision. Why cannot I be a Quran expert when the Sunni religious scholars? So you're saying that I should consult all the experts of the Muslim religious scholars? Huh? If you're talking about expertise in a religious form, as you are, then why should I choose a Shia religious scholar? Why shouldn't I choose a Sunni expert? I don't have to understand Arabic. Christian Prince understands Arabic. Quran.com has helped me enough to understand Arabic. And there is a ayat, very easy, in English translation, in your own language translation. You can see there's contradiction. Why do I need to understand Arabic? So the translation may be wrong. No, I looked at every translation. I looked at the word by word Quran translation. That's why I use Quran.com transliteration. No, no, I've looked at a lot of things, Baba, in the Quran. First of all, you're wrong in saying you're making a decision on your own. What do you mean by on my own? Seeing the Quran ayats on my own? Making a decision? Oh, you mean to say seeing the Quran ayats on my own, making a decision? And that right God has not given us? No, no, it doesn't have to. Very easy Quran ayat, right? There is no compulsion in religion. So if you're saying the experts in the Quran, how do you know the Shias are the only experts? Those who have known Arabic, the Sunnis also have been experts, right? In the Quran, Arabic. How can you tell me only a Shia can tell you? Huh? This is something like I try to understand physics without a teacher. Sekiro, isn't the Quran for the people of understanding? Huh? Doesn't Allah say that, O people of understanding? And isn't this Quran made easy for everyone to understand? You see, you are bringing your own. What does Allah say? See in the Quran what Allah says. Does Allah say consult for the Quran, religious, consult Quran experts? Or does He say this is for all human beings to understand? Easy. Huh? And it says also that it is for the Arabs only, illiterate Arabs, and it should be recited. It is should be in recital, not written. How come the 12 Shias have taken this written Quran? Ismaili Shias, they say the written, it shouldn't be written. But okay, they give you from the written work, like Dr. Khalil Andani. So there are, okay, now at least understanding a Quran ayat like this, right? Can you say that we understand? Can you, like this from Quran.com, Surah 2, ayat 256? La ikraha, compulsion. There is no compulsion in the religion, deen. Surely, okay, this much at least this much you can see in English translation of it and the Arabic. Let's say I've asked my father. My father is an Arab. He knows Arabic also. He reads the Quran in Arabic. So my father says this is right. The English translation of it is word by word. No, there is no compulsion in the religion, right? My father said the English translation word by word is correct. And my Quran teacher left me the Shia. He said, you're right. I found a mistake in the Quran word. He said, I'll come if I have reason. If I get a reason for it, I won't come to teach you. If I don't get a reason for it, he didn't come to teach me. That means he didn't get a reason for it. He said I was right. I pointed out a mistake. Now, you see this here. There is no compulsion in religion. So when Allah is telling you there is no compulsion in religion, then why does He say this before we obliterate faces? Believe in what has come. This is only on belief. Surah Nisa ayat O you who, O you who were given the scripture, believe in what we have sent down, confirming that which is with you. Before we obliterate faces, and since you said Shia religious scholar, I've even looked at the Shia website on this, tafsir on this. It means obliterating faces before we obliterate faces. There's no battle here. I've understood this ayat, what it means, right? Sekiro, now tell me what the religious scholars say about this ayat, Surah 4, ayat 47. Shia religious scholar, multilingual Quran. Do you know Aka Mehdi Puya? And they themselves, the Shias, have used these English translators for this, meaning they've approved that we can use English translation of the Quran ayat. If they had not approved it, they would not have used it themselves. They would have said, read the Quran in Arabic. We're not going to give it to you in any other language. Why have they approved of this? Translating the Quran ayats in English. So, 47, Guru, huh? Why would you need to explain the Quran in any other language, English or any other language? Is he Arabic, Hassan Allah Yari? Does he talk in Arabic? Then he should only talk in Arabic and not English. And make it compulsory for Muslims to know Arabic, to be fluent in Arabic. So surely, 47. O you have, O you who have been given the book, believe that which we have revealed, verifying what you have. Before we alter faces, then turn them on their backs, or curse them as we curse the violators of the Sabbath. And the command of Allah shall be executed. Before we alter the faces means disfigure their visages beyond recognition. Physically, Allah is threatening them. Now tell me here, isn't there a contradiction between Surah Baqarah ayat 256 and Surah Nisa ayat 47? So then please tell your religious scholar, Shia religious scholar, not to speak in English, just to speak in Arabic, not to call people in English to the Quran or Islam. This also. Sekiro, do you see this? So if we don't understand the Quran, you're saying that we have to consult Quran experts. Why do we have to consult Quran experts? When Allah Himself is saying, O people of understanding, O people of intellect, and do you know that this Quran should not be written? It's only to be recited to the Arabs of that time who were illiterate. And moreover, why have they translated it in English? Huh? Haram. So then don't. If you don't know Arabic, forget it. You should say this, your religious scholars, Shia religious scholars should say, you should know Arabic. Why have they made it a point to even the tafsir given English translated and all this? Huh? Contradicting themselves? If this can only be explained in Arabic language, then why translate it in different languages? Please tell me. And if this can only be explained for by Quran experts, then why does Allah say in the Quran, O people of understanding? Why does He say, O men of intellect, O people of intellect? Huh? Has he said, go to the Quran expert in the Quran ayat? Show me a Quran ayat which says, go to a Quran expert. You people come here giving your own opinions and blaming others. Shias also doing this kind of a thing. What nonsense is this? Huh? Sekiro, what nonsense is this? How unjust of you people. Then don't translate it. And Allah is saying here, O people of anyone with logic, even Aka Mehdipuya or Ali commentary has said, would know that this religion is such a great religion. When your Allah has gone in logic, failed in uh, logic, for people of understanding. Allah doesn't say consult. Allah says reflect. It's for everyone to reflect on the Quran ayahs. If you find contradictions, much contradictions, then it's from other than Allah. Now, this is a very old trick you people play, you Muslims, Shia Muslims also, that you don't know Arabic or consult experts. Then there are Sunni experts in Quran. Your Allah has made syntax errors. Saudi Arabia has found out. In the Quran, there's so many errors. Saudi Arabia, you cannot say are not, they don't know Arabic, right? Are you going to tell Saudi Arabians that they don't know Arabic? Saudi Arabians. O people of understanding that you may become righteous. And there is for you in legal retribution life. O people of understanding. O people of intellect. What is the criteria for knowing the Quran for the non-believer? First it says this, if this had come to, if this, and this is for all the worlds, for all the people. If this had come to a non-Arab, they would not have believed in it. What kind of a logic is Allah using? So are you an Arab also? Not only that you don't know your mother tongue should be Arabic, you should be an Arabic. This Islam is only for Arabs. Do you know that? Had we revealed it as a non Arabic Quran, this Quran itself is Arab for the Arabs. So if you are Ajma'in, you don't know. This Quran is not for you, it's an Arab Quran. You should have Arab, you be an Arab because this is Quran Arab. Quran is a nationality. You see? So now being Pakistani or being from Iran, this is not for you people. Surah 41, Ayat 44. Had we revealed it as a non-Arabic Quran. Now this Quran have passport. This Quran Arabic nationals. It is not for non-Arabs. You cannot see this. How stupid can you be? Sorry to put it this way, but what I mean is, like, please, you know, why are you, your experts? This is not, Baba, you not to see Quran Arab, Arab Quran. Revealed it as a non-Arabic Quran, they would have certainly argued. Quran Arabic. Allah has given Quran a nationality. From this ayat we can tell, implied. My goodness. And if we had made it a foreign Quran, so if you are from Afghanistan, Russia, they would have said, why are its verses not explained in detail? Is it a foreign and an Arab? Say, messenger, what it is writing here? Say, it is for those who believe a guidance and cure. And those who do not believe, in their ears is deafness, and it is upon them blindness. Those are being called from a distant place. So don't be called from a distant place. This is only for Arabs. This Quran belonged to Arabia. It Arab itself. It have see Allah nationality. And we have already given Moses the scripture, but it came under disagreement. Wait a minute. Why are you asking the non-Arabs to become Muslims? Because Allah say here, had we sent this as a Quran other than Arabic, they would have said, why are not it is explained in detail? What? A book not in Arabic. So this was for the Arabs, not for non-Arabs. Why are you making non-Arabs Muslims? Huh? And then tell them to go to an Arab. What nonsense is this? First, they read this Arabic Quran, Arab. And then we go to, see, Surah, and this for illiterate, Surah Jum'ah. Where ayat coming? He's the one who has sent from among the illiterate a messenger from among them to recite this ayat to them, to the illiterate Arabs. This is not for the educated Arabs for reading. This Quran also for reciting, not reading. And this for illiterate Arabs of that time. Yet Allah say that there's so many contradictions. Allah said that this Quran, where did they say Quran for all types, for everyone? It's crazy nonsense. It's not making sense. Please come to your senses. You not to know the Quran yourself that Hassan Allah Yari, what shall I do with him? You not to know the Quran is misleading people. Quran expert. Go to. I go to Wahhabi Quran expert. Salafi. I go to Saudi Arabian Quran expert. Even the Saudi Arabia, Makkah there, everything there now. The Wahhabis, right? Salafi. Why not go there now? Where imams, religious are Shia imam. Salafi taken over. Syntax, how many errors in the Quran are found? Now he gone away. He's shy. Saudi writers, MEMRI, Middle East Media Research Institute. However, the Quran, so these experts, these Arab experts of Saudi Arabia have found 2,500 such grammatical, spelling, syntax errors. Articles in Saudi press call to amend thousands of scribal errors in the Quran. Re-examine Islamic texts in the light of modern perceptions. Now you tell me who will take this Quran? I took it from the experts, Quran experts. Now you want to take this? Then you see how many errors there are. And you are going to say this from Allah, the all knowing, the perfect, the omniscient, the omnipresent. He make errors. It is time to correct some 2,500 errors of spelling and grammar. Now your Allah himself not know Arabic. He make such spelling mistakes, grammar mistake that were made by the scribes in that period, they say, but Allah not guard the Quran. Allah say in the Quran, He guard the Quran. He's the guardian of this Quran. This means Allah make mistake. Forget Caliph Uthman. Allah not even be able to preserve this Quran perfectly. His kalam. Cause to rewrite the words in their present. Who will read? What are this? So now what you say to me? Please tell that Hassan Allah Yari Shia religious scholar, where your Imam disappear and when your true Quran disappear? Huh? And where you Quran experts? Then this Quran that you are reading from have this Uthmani Quran. It's not Imam Ali's Quran. Go and find Imam Ali's Quran. You will not find it. First you have to find Imam Mahdi. What nonsense you people are talking. Okay, but thank you anyways. Okay, but this really make me. What do you blame me? You not to see your problems. Where your perfect Allah Arabic